we're still on SWOT analysis. We've talked about internal audit, which simply means you are able to get information or gather information about the internal affairs of the business. That is internal audit. We talked about it in the last class. And there's external audit, which allows you to gather information about what happens outside the business. So when you are able to gather information from in between, in, within, and outside, you'll be able to have your SWOT analysis. So that brings us to SWOT analysis. So when we talk about SWOT analysis, it simply talks about using the internal audit for your internal strengths and weakness, and using the external audit to understand the opportunities and the trends in the market. Get the point again. When we use SWOT analysis, we are using SWOT analysis because we are able to analyze what happens within our organization, and we're able to analyze what happens outside of our organization. So within our organization is internal audit. Outside of our organization is external audit. So when we put those two together, we have what we call SWOT analysis. Do we understand the point about SWOT analysis here?
Yeah.
So I wrote, SWOT analysis allows the business to look into its internal strengths and weaknesses of the business and the external opportunities and trends that the market could bring. So the market is there. So you, as a business, you want to ensure you get the highest market share. You want to ensure that you have a better position in the market. So all these things, you cannot just sit down and relax. No, you have to gather information. You have to get feedback from customers. You have to get feedback from how competitors are. So when you're able to do this, then it gives you that edge over your competitors. That is why we need SWOT analysis. So here for the strengths, why do we call it strength? We call it strength because it is the positive aspect of our business. We call it strength because it's what? The positive aspect of our business. So what makes our business positive? Number one, a skilled workforce. Your workers are the best around. So this is a school. If this school has the best teachers available, it means this school will be the best among. So having a skilled worker allows you to have a productive and competitive advantage over your competitors. Do we understand the first one? So it becomes your strength because the workers you have, other competitors do not have them. Do we get it? Yes. No. The skilled workforce. Workforce means those that you are working with, those that help you, your employees. So what happens with your employees? Your employees are the best in town. So if your employees are the best in the market, it gives you a competitive advantage over your competitors. Get the point here. If your employees are the best, it means they will do better than those employees of other competitors. So that is a strength for you. Do we get it, please?
What's competitors?
Those are your rivals, those that do the same business as yours.
Huh?
Those that do business as yours.
So, Mr. The strengths and weaknesses are for the business itself, and for the threats and the
Opportunities, yeah.
opportunities for the market.
For the market itself, that is beyond your control.
Okay.
So for the USP, having a unique selling point allows you to be able to differentiate your product from those of your competitors. So being able to do that means in the eyes of customers, they see your product as different from those of competitors. Because normally, in the eyes of customers, products of homogeneous products are the same. Coca-Cola, Pepsi, and the rest, they are the same in the eyes of customers. But we're calling Coca-Cola now because it is already a different product to those of the competitors. Do you get the point here? So we mentioned that because others do not relevant. They are not relevant as Coca-Cola or Pepsi. So why do we have to mention Coca-Cola and Pepsi when there are other beverages? Yes or no? So we are mentioning them because it becomes their strength. They've been able to do the right thing that gives them that edge over their competitors. Do we understand or not?
Yes.
No. One of your strengths is a skilled workforce. If you have workers, employees that are skilled, it means productivity will increase for you. You will be doing well because your workers are fine. The second point is the unique selling points. Being able to differentiate your product from those of your competitors is a strength on its own. So, IKS is different. Why? Because you know that it is different from those other schools. So it's a strength because people are able to differentiate it from those of its competitors. Do you get it or not?
Yeah.
A unique selling point allows you to differentiate your product. When you're able to differentiate your product, it means in the eyes of customers, your product is not the same as other competitors. They provide the same goods or service. They produce the same goods, homogeneous goods, which are goods that are of the same function. But yeah, they would know based on the fact that you are able to work on your strengths. That is why you have internal audits, to know what customers like, to know what they don't like about your product. You made improvement about it. As soon as you make improvement, you become appealing to them. They want to align to you. They want to stay with you. Do I answer your question? Okay. The third one, good leadership. Who is a leader? A leader is a person who tells us what to do, guides us on how to do it, to achieve a set of goals. That is who a leader is. So if a company has good leaders, it means the company will be run in the right direction. So a company will have its strength. A company will have a competitive advantage if its leaders are good leaders. So we need a good leader also. Not only the workers, the leaders. Those that take charge. So if they are good, then the company should go forward. Do we understand?
Yes.
The last one, loyal customers. Customers are the kingpin of the business. They are the ones, without them we don't sell. Yes or no? So if you have customers that will always return to you, it means they would never go to your competitors. Do you get the point here? They are loyal because they always return. So if they continue to return to you, it means they would never ever go to your competitors. And that gives you a strength. And that gives you a competitive advantage over your competitors. If you are not losing your customers, it means you are strong. Do we get it? So these are all the strengths of a business. Or these are things that makes a business to be stronger. Now, what are your weaknesses? Number one, the negative aspect of you, the things you are not doing well as a business, internally, that is within your control, but you are still not doing well. These are your negative aspects, which is weaknesses. The first one, high staff turnover. Oh, poor management, right? Oh, sorry, I forgot that. Poor management. Remember we talked about leadership here. So management, these are managers, right? They plan, they direct, they organize. So if they don't plan well, if they don't direct well, if they don't organize well, the company will not be doing well. Yes or no?
Yes.
So if you have poor management, it means the operational functions of the organization will not be intact. Then your competitors will have edge over you. So poor management will bring about weaknesses, because that's your weakness. You're not doing well. You are unable to organize. You are unable to arrange. You are unable to plan. This becomes your weakness. Do you understand the first point there?
Yes.
The second one, high staff turnover. When workers continue to leave your organization, every now and then you keep changing workers, then you're not doing well, because you are supposed to keep them. There should be consistency when it comes to operational functions. But there won't be a consistency because your workers continue to leave your organization. Why are they leaving? They are leaving because they are demotivated. So when workers are demotivated, it means the organization is not doing well. So that becomes a weakness, because as soon as they leave, they go to your competitors. Do we understand this? Do we understand or not?
Yes.
The third point, cash flow problem. This is part of financial management. So if you are unable to financially manage your cash flow, then you have a problem. You don't know when to spend, when not to spend. If you don't know when to spend and when not to spend, then you'll be having cash problems. And when you have cash problem, then you cannot operate. So when you cannot operate, that means you won't be able to exploit or explore different opportunities in the market. So cash is another problem a business has. So if a business is having a problem of cash, it cannot operate continuously. Because you need cash to pay your bills, you need cash to pay employees, you need cash to pay your suppliers. If you are unable to pay them, then you are out of business. Do we get it or not?
Yes.
Cash flow problem is talking about how you manage your cash. What time is it? I will leave soon, okay? Cash flow problem. Do you understand what cash flow problem is? Any questions about cash flow problem?
No.
The next one, low sales turnover. When we talk about low sales turnover, your revenue is falling. Your revenue is falling. So if your revenue continues to fall, it means you've been losing customers to your competitors. If your customers are leaving you, it means they are not buying from you. If they are not buying from you, your revenue is expected to reduce. That is a weakness. Because it's something that you can control. It's something that is within your authority or your power to do. But it means you're not doing well. If you start losing customers, you're not doing well as a business. What?
Discount.
It's not about giving discount. It's about the kind of service you offer. You could do discounts. Nobody cares about that. Some customers, they want quality service.
They are loyal
So
to the.
you will change your.
So sometimes it's not about changing price. Changing price, lowering price does not make you to have loyal customers.
You will change your quality.
You change, you find improvements on what those things that you think are your weakness. So if your workers continue to leave, why are they leaving? You need to find out why.
Why? What's the reason?
What's the reason? So what the reason what is what you need to improve on. Do we get it, please? Please see that properly. That's about problem. That's about weaknesses. Now go to opportunities.
Wait, Joseph.
Yes.
I have a question about the high staff turnover.
Turnover, yeah.
Yeah, I don't really understand.
Staff